name is Bob Kopesky and I'm with Surelock Technology. And the reason I'm here today is to tell you a little bit about Rubrik. We have multiple customers that have chosen to go with Rubrik, and we were able to talk with Tift County Schools today about their decision to move forward with Rubrik, and I can't wait to share this with you.
So my name is Jonathan Judy. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for Tift County Schools in Tifton, Georgia. We're in South Georgia, rural area. We are on I-75, so we do have a little bit of an advantage to other parts of the southern part of the state, having I-75, a major corridor in the state, run through our town. We are different than Metro though, because we are still in rural South Georgia. We have about 8,000 students in Tift County Schools that we serve at about 11 campuses. We weren't even searching for backup when the Rubrik conversation started. We had a backup solution that we liked that was meeting our needs at the time. It was up for renewal, and so when anything's up for renewal in Tift County, we try to be aggressive in making sure we're looking at what the marketplace has to offer, what we're seeing other districts doing, communicating with my peers in other districts, and seeing what social media and what we're seeing in the news. And Rubrik had started making a name for itself. We started seeing it pop up a few cities west of us, Columbus, Georgia, the school system there, and Rome City schools in Rome, Georgia, had started to move to Rubrik. We had seen some of that. And so we were interested at the idea of looking at it. Bob with Surelock came down and was talking about Rubrik and was way too excited about the solution for us. And that excited us a little bit too, because it was something that he was interested in and really liked and seemed to really put some weight behind. So anytime vendors want to do that, we were wanting to look at it and go, hey, let's see what's different about this. And when Teddy and his team came down, it was just a no-brainer for us. The solution they offered was better than what we were currently using. It did everything we wanted it to do and then more. It was really just then sitting down and having a conversation about, hey, how do we exit what we're currently using and move to Rubrik? And once we got to demo it, it was everything we wanted and then some.
My name is Larry Howard. I'm the network engineer for Tift County Schools. I built this network from the ground up. I started working here as a contractor in the late 90s and put in the first frame relay network that connected all the schools and provided internet to the schools. And this is the place I love. Rubrik Zero Trust is, it doesn't even trust me. I can't, with me having the password and everything, I can't get rid of my backups. It requires, an outside intervention at that point to do that. So if someone compromises my account, they can't access it. We have two-factor authentication to make it even stronger.
So in K-12 education, especially in technology, when you're looking for new vendors, you have to look for references. References are so important because we don't get the chance to make a mistake. We really need to know what works and what doesn't work, have already worked through some of those processes and understand that. And so when we were looking for references, a lot of companies love to throw out their international and their national references and how many countries they're represented in. But for us, Georgia references make a big difference because they operate under the same rules and regulations we do. They operate under the same governor, the same legislature. They're operating with the same type of students that we do or the same customer base in the state of Georgia. So it's really important for us to see those Georgia references, and Rubrik had a lot of those for a company that we weren't even on the radar with at the beginning of this search. They had a lot of customers in the state of Georgia they had been doing business with, a lot moving to them. So when Bob and Surelock brought down the team from Rubrik, Teddy and Tariq, that really came down and spent time with us and showed interest in our school system, it really was impactful for us as we were making a decision on what we were going to do. Seeing a team so cohesive as Rubrik and Surelock on making sure that we had the right solution was something we really cared a lot about, because it did make a big impact for us to know that they both were working together for our good, right? It's not something you see a lot, is resellers who have your best interest in mind all the time, and then a team from the manufacturer side, developer side, who can then meet that. And Teddy and Tariq have done an amazing job meeting that for us. They've done a great job representing Rubrik and being the hands and feet of Rubrik on the ground here to make sure we understood what they could do, and have been here for us the whole way through setup and installation and our first few months running the software, so that we knew that they were there to support us, that they weren't going to rely on Surelock totally, because it's not Surelock's job to completely be Rubrik's hands and feet. It is their job to sell it and support it, but having the vendor here to support it has been an extra layer that we don't see all the time. We didn't see it with our previous vendor, and so having that has been a really big positive for us from Rubrik, showing that they do care about their customers and they are willing to get their hands and feet dirty to make sure they show you how the product works and they stand behind it. They've been answered the phone every time we've called, answered any questions we've had. Bob and the team at Surelock have been the same way. It's really been a pretty pleasant experience for us moving from a previous vendor doing backups to Rubrik. A lot simpler than we thought it would be.